Hi, thank you so much for coming.
Hi, thank you.
Yeah, so tell me about yourself. What is it that you do?
Sure, absolutely. So I work at a company called WealthEngine. I am the Vice President of Product Management at WealthEngine. So what that basically means is I get to kind of head up all of our product development, work with developers and engineers, and kind of have a cross-functional role of understanding the sales and business side, but also the needs of the clients, and then delivering on our product roadmap. So it's very exciting, and I get to interact with a lot of different departments at the company, and continue to grow our business.
So what moment or event actually inspired you or caused you to get into STEM?
That's a good question. So I don't know if there's one particular moment necessarily. I would say that I've always been kind of fascinated with technology and breaking down kind of problems and problem solving. And I think in a way, in this role, I'm able to kind of do that, but I'm able to also work with people. And so I think in a way, I just kind of wanted to develop more of those skills to be able to be in a role that was, working towards a greater vision and helping customers and working with developers and different types of people.
That's good. So what's your biggest accomplishment you think thus far?
That's a great question. So I guess I would say, I think in a whole, it's really trying to define exactly what the problem is and figure out how to come up with the specific requirements, how to actually develop those, and how to specifically roll those out and manage that. We have obviously in our company a number of large tasks that we focus on and projects. And part of figuring out what do we do next, what's going to add value for our customers, where are we going to increase our ACV and growth as a company, and how do we pick what is a higher priority than something else. So how do we prioritize what we do every day? And with that, I'd say some of the largest projects have just been on kind of redesigning our entire product interface and the UX of it, and also the back-end technology stack.
Yeah, so have you ever seen gender disparity in your field? And if so, how have you dealt with it, or how has it affected you?
I think it's definitely something that exists still. I don't think there's a lot of women necessarily that sort of go into this field and pursue it. And I think in general, as leaders, as female leaders, it's very important to have female leaders. I think it's just sort of, we have to rise to the occasion, and we have to become a voice and be heard. I think that's incredibly important. I know I am lucky here to work with many wonderful women who are in technology and bring a lot to the table. And so I think we have a great company culture here, where I wouldn't say that necessarily we have any problems and disparity here, but I think in general, even girls who code and different things like that, like there seems like there's more of a push to drive just younger women getting involved in coding and STEM and everything, and I think that's great.
That's really awesome. So on a completely different track,
sure,
what are some hobbies that you like to do outside
let's see. Hobbies. So I love the outdoors. Anything with the outdoors, from hiking to running, swimming, etc. But in general, I would say right now, kind of my hobbies, they change as you kind of progress in your career and your life changes. I have a dog and a husband, and so it's kind of fun to just get outside and do things like play golf or tennis, etc. So just being active. I think is one of the things that is different and allows a different kind of release from the work environment.
That's really amazing. So, what advice, all in all, would you give to younger women and younger girls who are trying to get into STEM?
Oh, I would say don't be discouraged. And I can tell you too that, I'll just a little side note. So my husband in his prior career was a math teacher and taught kind of middle school age groups and levels. And he would often tell me that sometimes some of his best students were those that were girls who came into his class and were really afraid of math and didn't think that they could do it, didn't think they could apply themselves. And he said that it was one of the greatest things for him as a teacher to work with them and to make them realize that no, they had the smarts to do it, they could do it. So I think in general that's a great lesson and message for women, because I think sometimes we're discouraged from pursuing certain avenues, and I think you just always have to remember that you can rise to the occasion and you can kind of do other things outside, so you don't actually think how sometimes positions overlap and how there's other aspects to it as well. So you can still do things like working with customers or people, but applying those skills to different types of jobs. So
Great. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you very much, and good luck.